The seventh commandment is this: let your virtues speak for themselves and refuse to gossip. Instead, speak well of one another. These two things can cause people to not want to be around you. First, if you're the kind of person that's constantly talking about how great you are and how everything you do is better than everyone else, people will get tired of it. We all have unique experiences, and we all like to hear about those experiences. But when you have that one person that claims he's done everything you have, but he's done it better, this is the kind of person that continually exalts himself. Jesus said in Matthew 23, verse 12, "And whoever exalts himself will be humbled, and he who humbles himself will be exalted." We live in a time where people will boast about everything they do because they are lovers of themselves. 2 Timothy 3, verse number 2. Now, there is nothing wrong with occasionally mentioning something you have accomplished, especially if it's you just sharing it with your family members. But we need to be careful that we don't find ourselves constantly trying to exalt ourselves. If you're doing good things and you're accomplishing great things, whether it's worldly or for God, others will most likely find out about it and they will boast about your works. Even if they don't, God knows what you're doing, which should be enough. Proverbs 27, verse 2, "Let another man praise you, and not your own mouth, a stranger, and not your own lips." We certainly don't want to emulate the hypocrites Jesus talked about in Matthew 6, verse 1. "Take heed that you do not do your charitable deeds before men to be seen by them, otherwise you have no reward from your Father in heaven. Therefore, when you do a charitable deed, do not sound a trumpet before you as the hypocrites do in the synagogues and in the streets, that they may have glory for men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But when you do a charitable deed, do not let your left hand know what your right hand is doing, that your charitable deed may be in secret, and your Father who sees in secret will himself reward you openly. And when you pray, you shall not be like the hypocrites, for they love to pray, standing in the synagogues on the corners of the streets, that they may be seen by men. Assuredly, I say to you, they have their reward. But you, when you pray, go into your room, and when you have shut your door, pray to your Father who is in the secret place, and your Father who sees in secret will reward you openly. And when you pray, do not use vain repetitions as the heathens do, for they think that they will be heard for their many words. Therefore, do not be like them, for your Father knows the things you have need of before you ask him. It's all about having the right attitude, especially when we are doing things for the kingdom. If we're doing things to receive praise from men, then you're going to get your reward. As Christians, when we do things for the Lord or others, we should do it humbly, expecting no praise or reward, because then we're doing it for the right reasons. The second thing that causes people to not want to be around you is if you become a big gossip. Proverbs 17:9, "Whoever conceals an offense promotes love, but whoever gossips about it separates friends." Proverbs 25, verse 9, "Debate your case with your neighbor, and do not disclose the secret to another, lest he who hears it expose your shame and your reputation be ruined." You know, one of the quickest ways to cause distrust with your friends is to spread the secrets they have entrusted to you. Now, I will say this, there are rare occasions that you need to tell someone the secrets of your friends. But the only time that you need to do that is if they are putting themselves in danger, like maybe they're going to harm themselves or, maybe commit suicide, or if they're going to do harm to others. But again, for the most part, you shouldn't be revealing the secrets of your friends. As the proverb said, some people have destroyed their reputation for gossiping because the person they gossip to wasn't going to allow such gossip to spread. I know many people are willing to listen to gossip and they crave it, but there are others who are not interested in such things. Now, there is much more to gossiping than just passing on the information that you've received, because no one would really care if you're passing on good information about something that someone did. The problem starts when people want to pass on bad things or rumors about a person and present them as facts. Sometimes people gossip because it makes them feel better about their own messed up lives, because they get to focus on the bad things that someone else is doing. A general rule that can help you determine if something is worthy of you telling other people is by answering the following 3 questions. Number 1, is it true? Number 2, is it needful? Number 3, is it kind? More questions, of course, could be added, but these will work quite well. And you certainly don't want to stop with the question, is it true? Because there are some things that are true that you could tell someone, but they're not needful and they're not kind. Besides these questions, it would be helpful for us to think before we speak and really think about, why are we sharing this information in the first place? The next time someone starts telling you some bad stuff about another person, you might ask, why are you telling me this? And if you know the person being talked about, and you know there's something good you can say about that person, then say that good thing. So at least that person that's trying to spread that bad thing will know that there's some good things about that person as well. But the key is, don't gossip.